Welcome to According to Star. It is me, Star.
And it is me, Demi.
And we in here, we in this thing. Just trying to
Trying to get through this life. Living our best lives. Right.
Yeah. So, what's going on with you?
Nothing really. Just preparing for my photo shoot this weekend. Last weekend I was able to do nothing. Thank God. I was actually lazy. Even though I was invited places, I didn't go. I went to one kid birthday party, but that was just to see some old coworkers and hang out. But other than that, I do nothing, and it was so beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful when you got nothing to do?
You absolutely right.
Wish it was. I really, truly had nothing to do sometimes because I feel like I got nothing to do as far as like going and physically being places, but it's like the messages and the questions, and I'm promoting this mixer, and me and the girls trying to figure that out, and it's a lot. It's a lot. I need an assistant.
She need a new assistant because she won't figure out how to make sure she allows people to follow directions. So yes, I have no access to her stuff. So yes, she need a new assistant.
Well, then you need to get all access then, because
whose fault is that?
You about to get all access, bitch, and I'm gonna give you all the phrases to use to respond.
Wow. So if some sound funny, just know.
Hit them with the no. It's not gonna sound funny. Let them know. Deposits and all that's important stuff like that, you know. Contracts, that's the most important. Time frames. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But yeah, so what's your photo shoot theme? Tell the people.
My photo shoot theme is, we just gonna say golden. We about to be out here looking great and trying to do something that I'm not necessarily used to doing. So I'm trying to be bold. We gonna see how this go.
Hallelujah. Who's shooting it?
Tracy Garrett, one of my good friends.
Awesome sauce.
Upcoming photo. Lord have mercy. Upcoming photographer here in Arizona.
I'm excited. I have to paint the eyeball on you.
That's another one. We'll talk about that later.
Oh. Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
What is it? Okay, yeah. Never mind. We ain't doing that. Okay. Well, I ain't did nothing. Had a little retreat. I don't want to call it a retreat because it wasn't super relaxing. San Diego to pick the kids up. Dealing with the whole blended family dynamic was a lot. As far as on their dad's side with his stepsisters and their mom and his stepdad and then his mom and all the babies that's involved right now. And it was a lot. I'll probably have an episode about blended families one of these days because
that's going to have to be with somebody else that know about that life.
Yeah, you don't know.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I'll probably get Derek on there. No, he don't care. He don't care. He is like, whatever. The kids are the kids. As long as the kids are happy. But anyway, it was weird. But other than that, just pretty much been chilling. Nothing really coming up. I'm just chilling.
Nothing coming up.
Oh, the mixer. Talked about that last time, didn't I? Did I?
No.
Oh, maybe we can get to that. Oh, but there's a makeup mixer on July 21st at the District in Tempe, 1 to 4 p.m. Myself, Mimi Von Lace, and the Beatbox will be hosting a awesome fucking seminar where Mimi, she's an esthetician as well as a makeup artist. She'll be teaching you about what your skin type is, like if you have acne, what to do for that, if you have redness, what to do for that, if you have dark spots and dark circles, what to do for that, teaching you about your oily skin, your combination skin, your dry skin, products to use, different foundations to use for different things, color correction, because a lot of people don't know the orange color corrector is for this and the green one's for that and the yellow one's for this and the peach one's for that. So some people put the whole damn peach corrector on their face and then put their foundation on top and then wonder why they look like a Oompa Loompa. So we're going to teach that. And then we got me teaching the brows because I am the brow god, okay? Like, these brows are always snatched, child. Always snatched. And everybody's always asking me about these brows. So I'm going to teach you how to do like a everyday, my little quick 5-minute brows. And then I'm going to teach you how to do the Instagram ones, the ones that be snatched to the heavens. And then we got Teak teaching y'all about what brushes to use because some people don't know, like, if you need to clean your brush off if you need to use it again for another color. Otherwise, you're going to blend it and it's going to look stupid. People don't know that. They don't know what brush to use for their eyebrows. They take a big ass fluffy brush and put eyeshadow on and be looking like a raccoon. So
no.
she's gonna teach you about the tools to use to achieve certain looks, and then she's also gonna teach how to apply strip eyelashes. Lots of people have issues with that. I just recently got good with that. So if you're out there and you're struggling, I've been doing makeup for well over 10 years, and I'm just now, like, I would put individuals on before I try to fuck with a damn strip at one point, but now it's easy peasy, real quick. And then also all of us are going to teach sanitation, because that's very important, and we've seen it too much that people are nasty when it comes to the handling of their makeup brushes and cleaning in between clients and things of that nature. So we're going to teach you why it's important and what it does when you don't, which is break you the fuck out.
And you wonder why you looking like a pepperoni pizza. They should clean her brushes.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And the tickets are only $20 effing. And we're gonna be having like these gift baskets, because Mimi works for Tarte, so she gets all the little goodies, brushes, little samples and shit like that. Teak has her eyelashes that she just had. That's gonna be in there. We have some vendors that have signed up. They're required to contribute something to the box. Okay. So we're going to have some good stuff. The basket's going to be valued over $150, because also Dermalogica said they were going to sponsor us. Ooh. And they're giving us product, and that shit ain't cheap.
No, it's not.
And it's the shit. So if you're not going to be there, it's a problem, because I know a lot of y'all should be there. Y'all have asked me, yet I have not seen it in the ticket sales. So let's spend that $20. It's definitely a steal. Like, we're teaching you things that,
oh God, I've seen classes that go for like hundreds.
Exactly. So. Like, this is the starter, so you better get in where you fit in right now, because if we pop, it's gonna get expensive. So yeah, come and learn the basics. And that's all I got.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and slide into that tea time.
Mm-hmm. The tea is exceptionally good today. Who made this? Very delicious.
All right, so we have not so much tea this week. Not too many things. Demi, I'll let you start, because
you always let me start with the bad news. Okay, well, it's actually turning to good news.
Just the last 2 episodes, girl.
Anyway, so we're going to talk about the Thailand youth soccer team that's been stuck in a cave for some time now. It's been how many days?
Let me see.
Because I don't recall, but I do know that unfortunately during this time of the year for Thailand is when they have like their monsoons and all that. So this is kind of where it's like scary for these kids. But it is looking on the brighter side of things. They have already, I know for sure 4, and they're working on the next 4, correct?
Yes, so they've been in there for 2 weeks. So how they got up in there, because I was like, how the hell did a whole damn soccer team get locked up and get caught up in a cave? So they were on a little exploring adventure inside after a practice game or whatever. So they were after practice, somebody decided to go explore, and they went through the cave, and then some water started rising, and the water rose up too high, and they couldn't get out. So that's why they're stuck in that particular spot where the water wasn't able to get up. Like, you can, like,
gotcha,
if you've been watching the news. So they're like stuck in the spot where the water stopped, and luckily it stopped and nothing else was happening. Otherwise, everybody would have drowned.
Right. Oof.
But yeah, 2 weeks up in there. I don't know what food they had to start with. Like, I'm pretty sure they had water. They're a soccer team. They should have had water on them. But like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. So yeah, it's their ages 11 to 16, and their coach is 25. So far 8 have been rescued, and it's been taking them 2 hours to even get the rescuers out of the cave.
Yeah, so we're, prayers for them. Because it's definitely been a...
Sorry, we had a child distraction. I know we sound like, what the hell?
Like, what's going on?
Yeah, my kids are supposed to be silent during this. It wasn't silent. Okay, back to it.
But but we are, waiting as updates continue to come in. But I'm glad that they are making moves to make sure that these kids can get out safely.
Yeah, and the kids said all they want is some Thai basil fried rice when they get up out of there, because they mean MREs and God knows what else they brought them in there.
Right.
But They seem to be in better condition than the little kids that were separated from their parents.
That part.
So that sucks, but more power to them, and I'm glad they're being rescued, and hopefully there's no more casualties. I think someone who went in to rescue, he actually passed away. Yeah. So hopefully there's no more casualties and everybody gets out safely. They're going to be quarantined for a while. I think they might have gotten some cave disease. So they're going to like find a glass barrier where they can still see their parents or whatever, but they want to test them out and make sure nobody has any bad illnesses. So best of luck to them, and they're very brave, and they're all in good spirits as far as what I see.
Right, because I would be traumatized.
I'd be
a hot mess.
Drama, just all the drama.
I couldn't do it.
Lord, take me now.
Lord, just take me, Lord.
Just take me. I just can't. But yeah, best of luck to them. And what's next here? Oh, the Trayvon Martin documentary release date. So its release date is the end of this month. So like July 31st, I think it said.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and it's produced by Sean Carter, a.k.a. Jay-Z. He will be producing that. And I watched the trailer, and it seems like it's going to be very good. I normally don't like to watch stuff like that.
Right.
Just because I don't want to bring up those feelings again. It's such a sad case, but I'm glad that somebody's doing it because it needs to be done. Like, it needs to be
it's a story that needs to be told. Yeah, because this is something I feel like ever since then is where people were like, oh, they thought it was no big deal, that was just one isolated incident. But as we see and continue forward,
that was like one of the beginning incidents that started all this.
Yeah, it was it was like
him,
that.
Then Mike Brown and Philando Castile, and then all just.
It's just been a continuing cycle, and it's unfortunate. And the fact that people try to bury these things is why it needs to be told.
Motherfucking exactly. And big ups to Jay-Z for taking that family under his wing and doing this, because I know this has been hard for them to keep telling the story over and over again, but
it's something that they know that is needed.
Yep.
Because even in the trailer, his mom states, it took for my son to be gunned down for me to actually speak up.
Right, because it happens, but unless it's happening it's happening to you, you really don't fight like you should. But once it starts happening to you, then you got to do something. You can't just sit back and allow things to happen. So big ups to them. And next on the tea time list.
Next, we're about to talk about Beastmode II.
This tea was not sweet. It was unsweetened.
A little bit.
Lipton.
We didn't put no sugar in it today.
Won't no sugar in this
no
tea.
Sugar.
But Future's Beastmode album, it didn't do it for me. And I see the internet was reacting in a way that I didn't feel was needed. So allegedly he dropped this album on the 2-year anniversary of Russell and Sierra. So the fuck what? They don't give two shits about him.
Right. They living their best
life. Sierra out here doing a shiggy challenge on your ass. She don't care.
In
army boots.
Out.
Exactly. She don't care about that.
While
that
her
album
husband watch.
Looking cute in the back. They always keep calling him corny, but he loved that woman.
Take me a corny man that love me over a hood nigga that don't. How about that?
Or may love you, but don't act like they actions say otherwise.
And I feel like that we kind of had that. Did we? I feel like, okay.
Them hood niggas just you gotta be careful with the hood niggas. But anyway, so yeah, his album dropped and no one cares because I only like 3 songs, and I'm a huge Future fan. All my friends know my ratchet ass and my ratchet music.
Right.
I love Future. Like, that's my nigga. That was not doing it for me, but allegedly he has an album coming, so hopefully that's good. His last 2 albums were good, so I'm hoping for the best.
Yes, I'm waiting for the album because the Beastmode II.
Everything sound the same.
It did sound the same.
But you can bop your head to it, but it's like bops. I feel like I listened to the same song for 12 minutes.
Same. And I was like, yo, did I switch songs? Or did the playlist already end? Wait. I felt like I listened to the same songs.
What is this? And then it happens to be, I like the last 3. I think it's like a 6-song album or something like that. I think it's 6 or 7 songs.
I want to say 7.
I like 4, 5, and 6. Hold, please. Reporting live from the ghetto. We had to take an intermission. My kids are acting a fool, okay? They've been with their grandparents all summer. They back home. They got to get acclimated to what the shut the hell up means. Jesus.
Well,
No injuries were sustained. Thank God.
nobody needs to take a trip to the hospital.
Let's move on with it.
Which goes into Black Foolishness.
Yeah. Nice little segue into Black Foolishness. Oh, my God. We're done with Future's album, by the way. Black Foolishness it is.
Yeah, because that's about as much as we had to talk about it anyway.
All right, tell us about these boys.
So we got some triplets out here slanging the drugs and whatnot. Got busted.
Slanging and banging.
Slanging and banging.
Oops.
I'm not even going to attempt to say these boys' names. That's just too much. Just know that the triplets.
Hold on, I want to say their names.
Oh, well, you can do that. Because the way my life is set up, one sounds too much like the other. And I don't have time for that. Them shenanigans. Nope, not today.
It's like, it's still, go ahead. What's the story? I'll find the names.
You need the names.
I'm trying to find the names. I'm having a technical difficulty. Hold on. I think I got it. I screenshotted it. I'm sure.
You did. Actually, I think you did.
Yep. There we go. So, we got Atsut-se Dosu, Este Dosu, and Atsut Dosu were accused of selling fake Xanax pills that were mixed with the powerful opioid fentanyl. So the brothers Este and Atsut remain in jail under $100,000 and $1 million bonds, respectively, while the third brother, Atsut-se, faces misdemeanor charges and has since been released.
That nigga snitch.
I don't know much.
But what I do know. How? Houseway.
We know how. How you gonna snitch on your brothers, man?
Not even that. They y'all
triplets. Y'all have a bond that's like not like no other bond. Allegedly,
they felt that in their spirit. Like this nigga done told
he
on
said
us.
we not gonna be bonding in jail. So I'ma tell that y'all was the ones.
Look, this is one of those moments. I told y'all niggas to stop.
I told y'all niggas this wasn't right. But whatever, he out. The rest ain't. Hopefully he'll post that bail for them. If they was that good of a drug dealer, then they should be able to post the bail. But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
Foolish, none to say the least. So, yeah.
Very much so. Like, come on, y'all. You're supposed to be trying to get out of those situations. And I feel
selling out of luxury apartments. Unless you're selling to white people, you don't need to be selling no drugs out of luxury apartments where they don't want to see black people in the first place. And then you probably got hoodlums coming in and out. Like, if you're going to sell drugs in luxury areas, it needs to be to white folks.
Be attended to the white folks in the area.
That's how you get away with that.
Right.
Even I know that. I'm no drug dealer, so I don't know what y'all's problem is. But
next time you know. So now that you know better, you'll do better. Hopefully, y'all won't do this no more. Hopefully, y'all won't get as much time either. But anyway,
you might not have the opportunity to do it anymore. Shit.
Right.
So what's next here? So in Black Foolishness as well, Dr. Conrad Murray, the doctor who was accused of aiding in the death of Michael Jackson,
who was charged.
Yeah, he was charged
with the what? Manslaughter?
With the wrongful death loss. It was a wrongful death. I don't know if it was a manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter.
Involuntarily manslaughter.
Convicted of involuntary manslaughter. So he decided to post some Snap videos or whatever, some type of videos, Insta Facebook Live. I don't know.
Come on, Instagram TV.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works yet. But anyway, so he decided to post some videos stating how much he dislikes Joe Jackson for how he treated Michael and his siblings and hopes he seeks redemption in hell. He stated that he treated them cruelly, which we all know, but he didn't mention something that I did not know, that he had Michael castrated so that he can keep his high-pitched voice. Now that's a whole nother level of abuse. And I looked up castrate because I've always heard of it. People like joke and say it, but like it removes the testicles. So how did he have kids?
Somebody lying.
Yeah, lots of people are lying. But interesting. Okay. Yeah.
With all that being said,
That was rough.
I feel like he's definitely not the person to have this conversation or to even be saying this whatsoever.
He isn't. He ain't.
Because first off, sir, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that's wishing you a fiery hellbound journey too.
Mainly his siblings.
Right. And so it's like you have...
Did he get his what'd you call it? What is it called? Their license stripped away.
I don't know.
To practice medicine.
I don't know. He did a bid for 2 years.
I'm pretty sure he got his license stripped. Because although Michael was requesting these drugs in these high doses, he did it. And he knew better.
But even with that being said, I feel that along the HIPAA laws, he just violated the HIPAA laws. By stating the things that just occurred, from Joe Jackson with Michael Jackson. If that stuff is true, he just violated HIPAA laws. So he definitely for sure.
Well, he might be protected being that it was said to him from Michael.
Exactly, but that's patient confidentiality.
Yeah, I guess.
Trust me, I know.
That's why it's a thin line between being a friend of your patient and all that stuff. Because, I mean, obviously Michael thought that he trusted him well enough. They must have been, like, friends.
Right.
For him to tell him, like, deep, dark secrets. Or he was under influence anyway, so.
Right. Either way it goes, that's not something you should be able to speak on. So, we're going to see how this story goes. Because I know his family looking at this like, oh.
They know. Shit. They ass know. But anyway, off to Mayo Madness.
Good God. If y'all don't stop.
Hopefully we get some drops for these new segments too, guys, so that we can break it up and put a little jazz in between. I gotta hit up DJ Pest. But anywho, Mayo Madness. So stop calling the police is the title of this Mayo Madness. And there's more unnecessary calls to the police this week. So let me pull this up right quick.
It's just
we can talk about it.
It's a shame because, like, you would think that people were done just calling the police on black people for just living their lives.
Well, they never are.
Oh no!
You know why they keep calling now? Like, it's getting outrageous is because they're probably hoping for a death at the end of it. That's probably what they're hoping for. And technical difficulties here. Give me one moment while I find my information. My laptop's acting up, guys. It's old and dusty.
That's fine. I had mine, but then it said, nah, bro, you will not be great today.
What is that from? Jurassic Park?
I don't know what you was just singing or humming.
I think that's Jurassic Park. Any hooser. All right, so here are some of the crazy incidents of black folks getting the cops called on them this week. And this is from the Shade Room by Maisha. Make sure I give my credits where credits due. So we got Pool Patrol Paul.
Come on, Pool Patrol.
Pool Paul called the police on a black woman in North Carolina whom he thought could not afford to swim in the pool of an upscale neighborhood, even though it was her own damn neighborhood. Reliable black Twitter figured out the man's real name, Adam Bloom, and according to CBS News, he has since lost his job. I watched that video, and that was terrible. Like, that black lady was like, why you need to see my ID? Like, he asked for people IDs at the pool and stuff. Like, what the fuck do you need her ID for?
Like, mind your motherfucking business.
What is the problem here? Is she bothering you?
Man, that's the part that be killing me. Like, do we do
White
anything
folks
to
do not mind
you?
their fucking business. That's why they always get bopped upside the head when some shit happens. Because mind your fucking business. When black people at a pool and they see white people come, do you think we go over there asking them, do they live there?
Let me see your ID.
We mind our motherfucking business and let people live. Like, my God.
Unless you bother me, I am not going to bother you.
Exactly. So number 2, the Philly Zoo. A woman reportedly called the cops on some black children who were fundraising for football outside of the Philadelphia Zoo. In a video, you can see one of the kids was taken to the ground when confronted by security. That was ridiculous as well. A kid.
For real?
Security.
For real?
Not even police.
Right.
Oh, I saw this video too. So, Ubering while black, former Teen Vogue editor-in-chief Elaine Welteroth had the cops called on her by her Uber driver when he refused to drop her off at the correct location and insisted on letting her walk from a side street. To escalate the matter, the driver claimed she hit him, even though the whole thing was recorded. when in reality she showed her swollen arm that she says he slammed the door on. I saw that video too, and
I saw that
why
video
lie
too.
and say she hit you when you the one that's slamming doors on her? Like, you're acting a fool. And this is not the first time I heard about Uber drivers refusing
Uber
to.
apparently just sucks because somebody that got killed
Reed,
from an Uber driver.
The Reed, what's his fucking name? Kid Fury said he had an issue. Him and one of his friends were riding, and they refused to take them somewhere. So, like, you know where you're going before you pick this person up. What gives you the right to refuse?
I ain't heard shit
after
about
they
Lyft.
already
I'm
up in your
say
car.
that right now. I ain't
Me
heard,
either.
I ain't
That's
heard
why
no
I
bad stuff
deleted
about
Uber
Lyft.
app forever ago. I deleted Uber app back when it did that shit when Trump first got in office and he was holding people that weren't from this country at the airports. And Uber decided that if you were calling a Uber to the airport, that they were going to surge their pricing while that was happening. Everybody, it was like hashtag delete Uber that whole time because they surged their pricing, like extremely surged their pricing during that time. But anyway, so yeah, fuck Uber anyway. Okay, number 4 is Newport Nancy. A woman being dubbed Newport Nancy called the cops on a black woman for smoking in parking structure and even threatened to have the woman evicted. The cops showed up and determined there was no problem or harm caused by the smoker.
Let her puff in peace, damn it.
God damn it, is she bothering you? Huh.
Good Lord.
Next, campaigning while black. A black state lawmaker, Democrat, Republican, representative. I said Democrat, Republican. Oh, right. Fucking God. Democrat representative Janelle Bynum of Oregon. Why are you living in Oregon? Had the cops called on her as she did some door-to-door canvassing to meet with voters. A resident thought she was acting suspicious in the neighborhood, so decided to call 911.
Come on, she cheesing with the dang old policeman. He looking like cheese. He
right,
happy.
like you ain't doing shit. Like, what is wrong with people? When is there going to be some consequences and repercussions for folks calling the police and causing people to have to come out and show up to some shit that's not even that serious?
You're using resources that could be allocated somewhere else, and this is why you need
sure,
to
there's
be
tons of crimes happening while you're calling the police on people selling water, people at a swimming pool. Like, there was no physical altercation. No one threatened you. Why are you calling the police? Like, you are wasting tax dollars with these folks got to come and report something that's fucking stupid. Oh, God. Next, eating out while black. A black family of 6 had the cops called on them while trying to eat at Subway during their vacation in North Carolina. According to Channel 2 Action News, an employee said the family was possibly putting soda in water cups and going back and forth to the bathroom. The store owner has since apologized and said the employee had been robbed before and thought it would happen again.
Well,
if they're putting soda in cups and going to the bathroom, that's robbery.
All I'm saying is that
does not look like a robbery. Something that robbers do.
Why are we taking it? Just all I'm saying is, if I could see how this could be painted, and the way I took it was, these individuals are going back and forth getting soda. Okay, so we obviously know that it was Sprite because that's the only thing that looks like water. So but then they were going back and forth, like, to the bathroom from where they were sitting, not necessarily from the soda machine to the bathroom, in a sense of more like canvassing, seeing how much activity comes through the area. Unfortunately, this is me speaking from a loss prevention aspect, but at the same time, if y'all know that this person has been robbed before, don't y'all think y'all should have extra help around this individual specifically so that they feel like they're supported, that they feel that they're going to have, if something else happens to go down, that there's somebody else there to help in that case? But with that being said, either way it goes, I appreciate that the owner apologized to this family, because Subways are individually owned. They're not necessarily owned by one person.
Yep.
So the fact that this person took ownership real quick, I'm sure I'm not even going to speak for what they're going to do, but whatever. All I'm saying is that the fact that we have 6 incidents in this last week, I need y'all to get it together. Because this is annoying and it's
Or
ridiculous.
some types of consequences need to happen for shit that's not that serious. Like, I got to come out here
like,
when I could be doing something better.
Waste my time.
Right. I'm writing you a fucking citation. See you in court. $100.
Because you owe me some money.
Some type of fine needs to be put in place. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's getting out of hand. And if they don't see that and don't understand that, then I don't know what to say.
Right. Anyway, on to Black Excellence.
Yes.
All right, so we got Richelieu, I think that's how you say his name, Dennis, announced a 100 million fund for women entrepreneurs of color.
Yes.
How do I get in on that? I gotta research that.
Right.
So we got this from Shade Room. So let's see. Who's the founder? Okay, so he's the founder of Shea Moisture. He announced the 100 million fund for women entrepreneurs of color Thursday at the 2018 Essence Festival. Let me see. All right. So he sold Shea Moisture back in 2017. A lot of people were mad about that, but
yeah, because it ain't been the same.
Yeah, but then you got to think, because the lady who does Carol's daughter, she sold it too to L'Oreal, and people got mad about that. And she's like, I don't understand why people are so mad. Like, they try to turn their backs on me, but I'm trying to have generational wealth, and L'Oreal can help me gain that.
I'm not mad at
I'm trying
do
to
what
think.
You gotta
she said
do.
I always wanted to keep it small, but it just got bigger than I wanted it to get. So I want generational wealth for my kids and my family. So
I am not mad at them doing what they gotta
I still got full rights. I mean, as long as you do it the right way, where you still got full rights of the formulations and how things are advertised and things like that. Don't give up those rights to those things. You still want it to speak for you, but people get so bent out of shape. People are doing this for the bigger picture.
Right, and some people don't know what the bigger picture looks like.
They sell out. I mean,
you can call me a sellout, because guess what the hell I'm about to do? I'm going to make sure my family is taken care of for generations to come. Y'all got me fucked up if you think I'm about to just hold on to this because y'all say so.
Exactly.
Have you been buying my products for real, for real?
Take advantage of it. Take advantage.
Just saying.
All right. So when he sold back in 2018, he vowed as part of that deal that he would use that money to create and invest funds for minority entrepreneurs, specifically women of color. So that is awesome. I'm definitely going to look into that and find out what we can do.
Yes, we is, because we could use a couple, funds this direction for some dreams and some entrepreneurial goals that we working on.
Hallelujah. So that was pretty much all we have for Black Excellence. However, I just came across a little Black girl magic that I want to share. So there's 2 Black women are the first to ever referee an NBA game. So that's awesome. We normally see men refereeing. So there's 2 Black women who officiated an NBA game this week. And let me see what their names are. Danielle Scott and Angelica Suffren. They're officiating a game between the LA Lakers and the Miami Heat during the NBA's California Classic Summer League. So it's Summer League, but still, you don't see women. Nope. You don't see women refereeing, even in WNBA. So that's awesome. Shout out to you guys. Keep doing great things. That is it for Black Excellence. Let's get into the main topic. All right, main topic this week. Demi chose it. I'm so proud of her.
Thank you. I try.
She stepped up and whatnot because I was too busy. And I said, look, bitch, I ain't got time. So I'm going to need for you to fill in this script and send it to me, and I'll fill in the blanks.
See, and she be sitting here telling me that she going to be replacing me like every other week, y'all.
Because I ain't playing.
But yet, here I am.
If you didn't give me this script, I was posting for your replacement, bitch. I was waiting. I was tapping my foot. I was like, all right now.
I don't know how she gonna time me when she was on vacation.
I was like, all right now. Because I ain't got time. All right,
whatever.
So but you came through. You came through with the come through for the one time. Hopefully for more than one time.
I was about to say, don't play my life. Anywho, and anyways, our topic for today is confidence versus cocky.
All right, so confidence defined is feeling or showing confidence in oneself, self-assured. And cocky is conceited or arrogant, especially in a bold or impudent way. It's like a way that's like rude and just like dismissive of others. That's what impudent kind of means for those who aren't the Webster's Dictionary. That's what that means.
Just gonna let you know.
All right, Demi. So we got some traits of confident people. This was through extensive research. Yeah. So we'll put the link in there, give them credit or whatever. But I did some research. So I didn't just want to be talking off the top of our heads.
Amen to that.
So I got some traits of a confident person, and Demi's gonna run those down for us.
So the first thing we have here. Confidence is built from within. It's more authentic and easily absorbed by the world as such. And with that being said, you can tell when somebody's confident because it's not something they have to state. It's not something that they have to speak on. the world just gets it. Like, oh, they're confident in themselves.
It ain't, ooh, I'm a bad bitch every 5 seconds. It's more like you can just, they don't have to say anything, but you just can feel it.
Yeah.
It's something that you feel.
It radiates off of you when you're confident.
Exactly. And it's taken, one thing about confidence, like I said, it's taken very well. It's not assumed that you're conceited or full of yourself.
Right. Definitely not the case, because, you know, it is a thin line. Mm-hmm. But those who are confident never cross it because they don't have to say anything. It's just kind of like, I feel that it's a vibe. That's
right.
So,
it's a vibe.
It's a vibe. So the next thing we have here, truly confident people don't define themselves by their possessions. Oh, sweet dear Lord. If you're confident in your life, in your lifestyle, and the things that you do, you don't have to flaunt it. Like, all those people that be like, oh, I got money, I get money.
Exactly. You're lacking somewhere else. Like, something's missing. You're not a confident person. And like we said previously, it's built from within. So things that you possess, like money and tangible items, those things have nothing to do with how you feel about yourself. You could be stripped of those things and you will still be a confident individual.
Exactly.
Like, those are just accessories to your confidence. They don't make you feel superior to someone else.
Exactly. Next one is have strong and giving spirits, which I find that to be very true. Confident people are very people that want to spread confidence. They want to encourage people to be confident in themselves. Empower others. So yeah, I definitely agree with that, because when you're confident, you're not trying to put anybody else down. You know what you're good at and you know your abilities. So you don't have to necessarily tread on the sense of, oh,
I'm better than.
Right. So.
And when you have, like, when you're confident in what you do, for instance, I'll just use myself as an example, I guess. So I'm confident in what I do as a makeup artist. So therefore, I want to share that with other people. You have other people who they portray this confidence. However, they don't want to share what they know. They feel like you need to do it on your own.
Right. Like, I worked this hard to get it to myself, so you should also have to work this hard. Which I feel like, unfortunately, is the mindset of a lot of people. And that's not just with makeup. I feel that people...
It's with anything.
It's definitely with anything. And I feel that it's great that you guys are doing this mixer, because you're confident in your skill set, that you want to teach others to be confident in how to do the same things that you guys do.
Right.
You guys aren't worried about competition. So that's always a great thing. Confident people are active listeners that are sincerely engaged in conversations, which I feel, again, is very true, because if you're confident in what you're doing, you always are willing to listen to other people's viewpoints, and you're also willing to listen to constructive criticism, because it's not something, you don't feel attacked when you know that you're doing good, but you know that there's always room for growth.
Right.
Ask lots of questions to get to know / show interest in others.
Yes. So confident people are like, kind of sort of like people. They're like
They're people's people.
Yeah.
They like people.
They meet someone and, they're confident in themselves. They're like asking questions about them, and they're not just, because, you meet some people and they just always just talking about themselves. And it's like, people do you want to know anything about me?
No.
Or...
Okay.
Oh, okay. Right.
Be sitting there like, all right, so I know
listening to you talk about yourself. All right,
I know
thanks.
who not to hang around. Got it. Confident people gravitate towards them and ask for advice and confide in them. Very huge point, because again, like I said, confident people, yes, like we know
radiate something.
We radiate like, oh, I need to go talk to her because I know she knows something I need to know, especially when it comes to like a certain topic. Like, I know who I can reach out to when it comes to creativity things. Like, I know I can reach out to Star when it comes to like, hey, what do you think of this? How do you feel about this concept?
Get the honest truth.
And I get the honest truth, and I can't, like, I don't get mad. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll go a different route. Like, it's easy, and I can, like, we just had this conversation about my upcoming photo shoot. And so it wasn't necessarily like, oh, I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do. It was more like, okay, well, I'll figure it out.
You told me what you had going on. I actively listened, and I suggested that you make it more cohesive.
Exactly. And I'm taking that, and I'm gonna figure this life out before Saturday. But anyways, from there we go. Confident people are ambitious, are in love with their achievements and sharing their talents with the world. aka my good friend Star here.
Don't talk about me.
Oh, you're being bashful. But no, really, like, I find it to be amazing that there are women who actually want to improve on making people better rather than just keeping all their secrets and keeping all of their talents to themselves, because there are a lot of people that I run into that are kind of like selfish with what they know and selfish with their knowledge, and I feel like it's unfair. But I also understand that, yes, you work to get where you're going, but also for you to continue to want to grow the community, like such people say, you have to pour back into the community.
Exactly.
So what are you pouring back in if you're keeping all your knowledge to yourself?
Exactly. I'm here to teach and stuff and whatnot.
Exactly.
Like, some people see it as, well, if I teach other people, if I teach everybody how to do makeup, then what are they going to need me for? You're still going to be needed.
You're worried about the competition aspect instead of worrying about, like, okay,
if you're great, you're never missing out. You're never going to be missing out. So
Nope.
if someone knows how to do their own goddamn eyebrows, they ain't got shit to do with you.
right.
That's just how I see it. Somebody know how to put their own. I mean, they're not going to hire us to do their faces every day. So people just want to know, like, how do I do this to get by for my everyday life?
Exactly, because everybody knows Star
Not
is
going to stop
my-
that show.
Yeah, Star is my main go-to makeup artist, and if I don't have her, I'll try to work it out myself. And, you know, it's still struggling, but I still get by with my basic
do.
everyday makeup.
Just stick with your little wings.
Yep.
and
Girl,
a
look.
clean foundation, child, and you good to go. Them
Exactly.
brows, don't do too much. Just do enough.
Just do enough to get by for the day.
Get the lip gloss popping.
Exactly. I don't do too much. I don't have to do too much.
Nah, luckily.
Thank you, Jesus. Anyways, on to the next. Confident people not easily threatened by other success. Ugh. I feel that one in my
Yeah.
spirit. I felt that one because I know there's some individuals that I see on a regular basis who I just don't like when you have to put others down to bring yourself up. Like, competition is healthy. And it's going to always be healthy. And there's nothing wrong with somebody else being successful because it doesn't downplay your success. And
Nope.
if you feel that it downplays your success, then you're the one with the issue, not necessarily that person.
That's internal.
That's an internal
we
issue.
say that all the time. These internal issues that people like to push out on other people. Like, I just saw yesterday that's why I posted what I posted about the black people thing, because not supporting or they just can't be happy for people, because you know that little boy, I think you might have sent it to me. He started out on Instagram doing a little videos. He first did like the Erykah Badu thing. He had his hair wrapped up. He had the incense or whatever in the bathrobe. He now is on a Sprite commercial. So I saw somebody like screenshot him on the Sprite commercial, and they were like, oh, wasn't this the boy that was wearing wigs and dresses or some shit like that? And I commented, I was like, okay, and he made it. He in a Sprite commercial,
Right,
and
where
you
you
sitting
at?
at
You
home
sitting there sipping
on
on that Sprite.
Facebook. Talking about, don't he wear dresses and wigs? So the fuck what? He's making it being himself. Like,
Right.
that's who he is. He's not playing like some of these dudes out here putting wigs on and stuff. Like, that is who that little boy is. That is him.
Right.
What you mad about? Okay, he wear wigs and dresses, or he does female type things. That's where that hyper masculinity comes in and gets on my nerves. That's a whole nother story.
That's
but
a whole nother beast.
not easily threatened by other success. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're confident.
Exactly. I know he probably looked at that and said, but I bet you sipping that Sprite though. Next, confident people love to learn from others. If you know and you're humble in your craft or whatever you do in life, in any aspect, you are able to learn from others. Like, I have, like, my good friend, Tracy, like, there's certain things that he's still trying to figure out and understand. And so when it comes to like the women's fashion world, I'm able to kind of give him insight on that aspect. Like, okay, that's what this is, especially when it comes to like the whole bathing suit. When it comes to like bathing suits, I break it down to each item and, you know, explain to why they're different and how they're different. You know, as a man, he's not necessarily all up on that. So he's able to learn from me as he also pours in information about, like, you know, his photography and aspects of what he does and how he does it. And we go back and forth. So I'm able to have a conversation with him that's not only beneficial for him, but also beneficial for me, because as an aspiring model, someone that's working to kind of get a better understanding of things, you know, you have to be able to learn.
Right. Always got to learn. When you stop learning, you
It's-
have done yourself a disservice because there's always something new to learn.
Always.
Okay? And I'm always begging Mimi, the girl I'm collaborating with, like, girl, teach me this, teach me that. Like, I don't care.
Right.
Like, teach me. I want to know. Like, I don't feel some type of way for asking someone to teach me something. Like, a lot of people have pride issues, and that's not something that you should have when you're
Confident.
in the art industry. Like, any industry that calls you to be creative, you can't be that way.
No,
like,
you have
can't.
to be able
Open.
to. Yeah, you have to, because if you're not, then you're gonna set yourself up for failure for not wanting to change with the times.
Got to change.
Got to change. On to the next. Confident people see themselves as only human. Learns from mistakes, not too hard on themselves. Amen to that. Because again, it goes back to the same thing as we've been saying. You have to be able to learn. You have to be able to be willing to learn, and you have to be able to be open to hear new ideas
And
so that
constructive criticism.
so that you can continue to grow as an individual. You got to evolve, and you can't evolve being stuck in the same place.
Right.
And if you're allowing your pride to get the better of you, then you're not going to be good or be great. You can be good, but you'll never be great.
Exactly.
And last but not least, hold self accountable for flaws. We all know we're not perfect. We all know that for the most part, there's, like I said, again, everything is a learning process. And if you can't understand that, or you get frustrated, or you're not able to look at your own internal flaws, then you're not going to evolve into this individual that you're trying to claim to be.
Right. You have to embrace your flaws sometimes. Because sometimes it's stuff that we just can't do anything about.
Right.
Like, you just can't. So it's best to just learn how to work around them and learn how to use them to your benefit.
Yes.
If you can. And just know that you have them.
Yes.
A confident person knows they have flaws.
Like, oh yeah, I know this.
But they feel great. They feel, you know, a sense of self in spite of flaws.
Exactly.
Which is very important.
It's funny because I was having a conversation with someone, and he was like, so how would you feel if you were walking into a room for a show or something full of women that are shorter and petite in comparison to you, since you consider yourself plus size? I said I would feel confident in my own abilities, because obviously if I'm the only one that looks as such as I do, I obviously bring something different off tops already. And if I get what I get, great. If I don't get the job, that's fine too, because at the end of the day, I know I'm not for everybody, and I'm okay with that.
Exactly. That's the best attitude to have, girl.
Girl, gots to.
Show them what you're working with.
Yes!
All right, let's get into cockiness, which I think I'm on the spectrum for this. Lord. All right, so here's some traits of cockiness. So again, let me go back to the definition of cockiness here, and it is conceited or arrogant, especially in a bold or impudent way, like a way that's kind of rude and standoffish, and it kind of discredits others. So cockiness is built from outward things, whereas we just talked about confidence being from inward. So cockiness is built from outward things such as constant praise, validation, or status/financial privilege. If a cocky person doesn't have these outward things, their sense of self goes away. So cocky people, they're very materialistic. They think things are important and things make them beautiful, or things make them handsome, and things make them superior to others. They often get a lot of praise from people, mainly because of looks or financial reasons, or material things like designer things like that. People praise them and are always gassing them up, so to speak.
The gas up is real.
Yes, the gas is real.
The gas up is real.
So when this type of person doesn't have these things, people aren't gassing them, people aren't praising them, people aren't validating their status, they don't feel like themselves, they feel less than, and some of these people fall into a deep depression because they don't actually have any confidence. They are just more so cocky.
Exactly, because like you said, gassing up. So if I'm putting fuel in your tank and then all of a sudden I stop, who you gonna get it from?
You
if
on
everybody
E.
stop, you gonna be running on E.
On fumes.
Exactly.
You sad.
You sad and
You mad.
big man.
You big man. Also, cocky people feel the need to constantly validate their belief of being better than others. So
I feel
how
like
do I
a
say
good
this?
example.
I'm trying to find a good example
I
too.
feel like Miss Nicki Minaj, though I do love her aspect, but the whole jet to Prague, you bitches can't even spell Prague. Yeah. Like, and it's constantly been one of those things. Like, at one point in time, that's
I'm
not
the
what
queen, you bitches is my sons.
Right, and that's what she's kind of based it off of. And you can see in her reactions to individuals now as of recently that she's not being gassed up like she was, and now she feels that she has to overcompensate and come at everybody that has something to say about her. Like,
or now she's actually trying to be a little nicer because people say she's a bitch. So you see, she's trying to and then she's also trying to let people into her life more because people say she's not very personable. So I see that she's still kind of with that validating her queen status and all this other stuff, which Cardi B just says she's the queen of New York. So let's see what happens about that.
Wow.
On that, what was this? What's the name of the song? It's a new, her, Offset, and Lil Uzi Vert.
Yes.
Can't think of the name of it. Anyway, but yeah, like you said, perfect example. Nicki Minaj, always validating their belief of being better. No one else is really thinking that you're better.
The barbs can come for me, but when everything's said and done,
we don't care about them barbs.
Exactly.
Like Trav say on the Breakfast Club all the time. Trav hates the barbs. He don't care about the barbs. Nicki Minaj got him blocked, by the way. Interesting. Anywho, next. All right, so cocky people constantly look for reasons to sell themselves. Like we talked about before, they always talking about themselves. Like, you can meet someone who's cocky as fuck and y'all just meet each other and y'all supposed to be getting to know each other, but you just know their whole life story.
They feel like they don't know anything about you. Car salesman,
right?
They trying to pitch the best thing they can pitch at you to see if they got your attention.
Exactly. It's kind of like, that's why I don't like cocky men. Like, I don't like flashy, cocky men that got to show off and always talking about what they got and flashing what they got.
Oh, I got this, Ma.
Hate that.
Okay, and your point?
Boo. Mwah. Next. That's the biggest turn off for me, so don't
try it.
I don't like niggas with these big Gucci belts on. Like, that's an automatic stank face. Like, I'm
like, oh, you're one of those.
Make me want to throw up. Anywho, that's another story. Cocky people are ambitious, but always have to take the power role, even if their skill set is not fit for that role. They are pretty ruthless. So what that means is they're very ambitious. They're not lazy, so to speak. They're very ambitious and they want to obtain their goals because they feel the need to keep this. They need to keep this thing going. They need to keep themselves.
I gotta continue the facade that I've already created.
Exactly. So even in situations where they might not have the skill set, they feel the need that they need to be in that power role, in that position of power. Although, are you skilled in this? Like, no. But they're like, well, they just have to have power. It's like always a power struggle with cocky people, and that's something within themselves that they're struggling with.
They have to have control over something that possibly is not even in their realm to be in control of.
Exactly. That happens a lot. Like, I see people who are just starting out doing things and they are trying to take over. And I worked with someone who we were both on a makeup team, and they felt because they did this same event the year prior that they should have been the lead makeup artist on this team. They were not placed as the lead. They felt some type of way. But in my understanding, when she was griping to me about it, I was like, well, maybe you need to go and ask the person who appointed the lead, although I think she was mentoring this person at the time. I said, you ask her, like, what do I need to do so that I'm in that position next time? Because you feel like
you
should be, and that you are better than what you may actually be, or you need to ask her, because obviously she doesn't feel like your skill set matches that lead position. So I was like, maybe you should ask her, like, what do I need to do so that next year that position is mine,
right? Type
of thing. But yeah, cocky people need the power role, and they might not have the skill set, and they don't understand. And cocky people are also pretty ruthless. Like, they undercut you. Like, it's all about them. Very selfish.
Very
super duper selfish individuals. It's all about them. No matter what, it's just all about them. And also cocky people, last but not least, of course, they're inwardly super fragile. So in the inside, they're this timid person, but on the outside, they portray this tough, hard exterior and this superior exterior, like they're like powerful, and they're not. They cannot handle defeat, so they're sore losers. And they cannot handle criticism at all.
I'm saying so.
Like, you'll get your head chopped off if you think you're gonna, criticize them. They tend to go off on the deep end and place blame elsewhere, all the while beating themselves up behind closed doors. So you can confront a cocky person with something that they may have done wrong, or they may be defeated by a project or something, and they'll try to place blame elsewhere, like, oh, I wasn't able to do this because this person didn't do that. Like, they never take responsibility. Although they want to take that power role, they don't want to take that responsibility of being the blame when you're in that power role if your whole team fails. They like to place blame elsewhere. Whereas confident people, they'll be like, okay, yeah, I fucked up. Yup, that's cool. I fucked up.
Coming up to it, you just have to be able to say that you did it.
I'm gonna fuck them up, guys.
No, you're not, because you know what time it is. I'm trying to get my life together before
Oh my God.
But when everything's said and done, when you know that you have the skill set, you don't have to force it on anybody. And I feel that those who are cocky feel that they have to force what they think is superiority over those that they feel are inferior to them. In reality, it's the swapped situation.
Definitely swapped. They think because the confident person is not like out, like boom, out there, bam,
you gonna see me,
whether I want you to see me or not type of person. They think that person isn't confident, when in fact you're the one that's not confident. And I see through all that all the time, because I know people personally who on social media, they portray like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, and
Facebook
look at this, look at that, oh, my body this, my body that. And in real life, I know that you're not confident with yourself.
Not at all.
I know that you suffer from insecurities. I know that you let these niggas run all over you. Like, I know that you're not as confident as you're putting out there. So yeah,
I need y'all to stop Facebook thugging and stop Facebook facading, because it's not gonna work. It doesn't work. All of us, people that know you in real life, see through these things. So why are you acting as such in a different realm?
Let's just have one face, people, one face.
Yes, don't let Facebook have you have multiple faces.
It's easier to just have one face. Trust me, guys. I'm living my best life being one face.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Like, you ain't got to worry about acting this way with this group of people, and then you might act this way with this group of people. Oh, you don't know that star. That star is this and that. This star.
Nah, nobody can ever say that about Star.
You get every part of Star. Like, ain't
nobody can ever say that about you.
You know the shy star. You know the crazy star. It's, if I'm comfortable with you, you're going to see like everything.
You're going to see every aspect, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I've been around for you longer enough. You're just going to see it all anyway, whether... I don't care. But anyway,
right.
So, more of the story is find out where you lie on the spectrum. And I think, I don't know.
I feel like you think you lie. You're heavily in the confident spectrum with a little dose of cockiness. I feel like that's where you lie.
A little salt-based sprinkle.
A little salt-based sprinkle. But I think that's healthy. It's healthy to be with a little salt-based sprinkle of cockiness, because when everything's said and done, it's not something that you're not able to learn, but it's something you are like, hey, I know I can do this. I for a fact know I can do this. I'm gonna let my work speak for itself, but I know what I do, and I do it well.
Yeah,
that's really what this is.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a healthy. It's a healthy dose. I ain't a lot of them things.
No,
on that
we
list.
know people that are on a heavy side of the other spectrum.
Heavy.
Hence why I picked this topic, because I feel like there's some people that need to hear this message today.
But they ain't gonna hear us.
No, they're not, but it's okay.
All right, let's get into trash.
Wow.
Sweet, sweet trash.
All right, let's get up in this trash just real motherfucking quick. So, when we went to San Diego, we dropped my dog, Ghost, the pit bull. Sweetest dog ever.
Oh,
he's such a cuddle little. Yes, my ghosty butt. My little muscle butt. But we dropped him off. Well, Derek dropped him off at the Tempe Lake Veterinary Clinic. However, I did not know that's where he was going. His vet is in Scottsdale Veterinary Hospital, the best in the fucking area because we made sure, and they know him. So when he told me that he was not there, he had to drop him elsewhere because his normal vet did not have space to board him, I was a little skeptical because they know Ghost since he was like 6 weeks old. So, you know, they're supposed to send pictures of Ghost or whatever. He paid for this extravagant package for him to have a bigger room for space. He actually was able to go in and out to use the bathroom on his own, like with a little space to go out or whatever. He's supposed to get his self groomed and all these great things. So they sent a picture of my ghosty butt and he looked so sad. And I was like, who is this dog that they took a picture of? He looked sad as fuck. And I was like, I am not feeling this. This was like day 2 when we were gone. I was like, something's wrong. Like, something's up.
Right.
So we go to pick him up or whatever. And they were like, oh, did you get the message? And we're like, no, what message? And they're like, oh, they didn't give you the message? No message.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well, this was relayed to me. So we weren't, as soon as you guys you left, because Derek dropped him off. As soon as you left, like when we put him in the room and closed the door, like he immediately snapped and became very aggressive, and we couldn't do anything with him. We weren't able to take him out because he paid extra for them to take him out 3 times a day, like walk him and have him play and playtime and stuff like that.
Right.
We weren't able to take him out. We weren't able to do anything with him. We couldn't groom him. He's just so aggressive. Is he a rescue dog? Bitch, are you a fucking rescue dog?
Hold on.
I was like, what? I said, we don't know this dog that you're talking about. I said, he's not aggressive at all. I said, he's big and he likes to cuddle and likes to jump on you and likes to play, but he's not aggressive. He don't bite nobody. We have kids. Like, we had the kids with us when we picked him up. He protects them for everything. I said, I don't know this dog that you're explaining to me. Well, I'm sorry. That's just what was relayed to me. We couldn't do anything. No, you didn't want to do anything.
Right.
Then we fucking go back there to get him. You know, Ghost is normally super excited to see everybody. He hasn't seen the kids in over a month.
Right.
So he's just sitting there like down and sad. His ears are back and everything. And like took him a couple minutes to even get up and come to us or whatever. And we're like, oh, hell the fuck no. Then I look on the fucking clipboard outside of his goddamn little room that he was in, and they got a fucking aggressive animal sticker on there. I said, the fuck no. Y'all profiled my poor pit bull.
Right.
Okay, because I didn't see not one other pit bull when we walked through there and saw all the other animals in their little rooms. Y'all profiled him and labeled him aggressive, and he is such a little baby. Like, I can show you pictures of how cuddly and stuff he was when he finally got out of the PTSD of that motherfucking place.
Oh no.
That he just wanted to love and just cuddle on us the whole time. Like, I was laying on the couch on my stomach. This nigga hops on the couch and literally lays on my legs with his head rested on my ass. Like, he just wanted to cuddle.
I just want some love.
I was like, how dare you? Is he a rescue?
Yeah,
bitch, somebody's gonna need to rescue you when I choke your motherfucking ass. I was so mad. I was so mad.
I would be too, because I know exactly how you feel.
Play about my dog.
I have a pit bull as well, Pharaoh, and I took him to a shelter, a boarding, and they said he did fine. And they had another dog there. They said he was fine, playful. He was good. Like, you know, first time leaving my dog, I was nervous. So I definitely understand how it feels to, like, take your dog to a place and you don't know. You kind of like, I don't know. And I know I have a pit bull, so automatically.
I was like, And then we can get his goddamn blankets back, because he got blankets so we can have our scent while he's away. And we didn't get, we're washing them. We'll call you when they're done. And no phone call. Fucking bitches. Tempe Lake Veterinary Clinic. Fuck you. And the horse you rode in on. Stinking horse.
Wow, wow, wow.
And I hope anybody else is using them. They ain't got no air conditioner back there where them dogs at either, because it was very hot and humid.
Oh, no. No. That's like keeping the dogs outside. It's too hot for that.
I said, you left him here? I asked Derek, I said, you left him here. And it's hot as fuck back here. Anyway, just done with that. So, moral of the story for this episode is find out where you lie on the spectrum of confidence versus cocky, and hopefully you are heavy on the confidence and low on the cocky.
If not, evaluate why you don't feel as such.
Exactly. And you need to look inward. If you need to talk, email us at accordingtostar@gmail.com.
We got you, girl.
We is here. Or guy. We got you.
We got you.
We got you, though. So Instagram at accordingtostarpod. Facebook at Facebook According to Star Podcast and accordingtostar.com. And it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Bye.
Bye.